music. Let's get on with the show. First, we got to find Anton's music and kick off the show with Anton's song. You ready? I think we're ready. Yes. Oh, it's Anton, the toucanet. Yes, it's Anton, not to myself. I say it like this, let's do a quiz. Cause I'm Anton. It's time for Anton's antics. That's me. Oh, it's Anton. I might guess first. Yes, it's Anton. Create a big mess. I'm living crazy. Never find space free. Cause I'm Anton. It's time for Anton's antics. That's me. Get ready for a Bible story from Stefan. His drawings really are a special treat. Skito's gonna drop a copy of vision. Oh yeah, but don't forget, this show's all about me. Yes! Oh, it's Anton. I'm sometimes wrong. Come on, clap to Anton's song. I'm quite silly, God still loves me, cause I'm Anton. It's time for Anton's antics. My manner is quite frantic. It's time for Anton's antics. Hey! Well, so good to have you with us today, huh? All around the world, Sydney town, we're here in Australia. Oh yeah, how you keeping your spirits up in lockdown, huh? In isolation, it can be tough. Well, Anton has a few ideas to remind you how to get your mind working and stay on top of this pandemic, okay? Ding. Number one, you got to make sure you think outside of the box. You're the box, you're home, that's right. Look out the window. What can you find? What can you see? Maybe a bird, maybe a tree, a leaf falling in the sky will make you happy. This is what Anton do. He look out his little window, he look out at his little view, and he try to find something to make him happy. Hey, why don't I show you my view? Why not? You can show Anton yours maybe on Facebook too. Take a photo. Come here. Here's my iPad. Very nice. Now, I want to show you what it looks like. It's not too much, but at least it's a way of keeping Anton happy in the lockdown. Okay, what do you think? Yeah? It's okay. I try to keep my spirits up. You know, it's a little bit tricky, but what do you think? What's your view like? You know the other thing? Ding! Anton likes to cook to keep his tummy filled and make him happy. But Anton, he shops. There's not that many ingredients sometimes. In pandemic, things are restricted. Yes, you're right. And that's why, boys and girls, you've got to be resourceful. Use your mind to cook something, to bake a treat, maybe a little cupcake to make you happy. You want to see what Anton done? This week, he baked something so easy, so quick, just a little cupcake to keep his spirits up. You want to have a look? Yeah! It's okay, I try. Just something little, you know, something a little sweet a treat for me. What about you? You bake something? Ding! Another idea to keep us happy and going strong in a lockdown. With school closed, why don't you take up a new skill, a new activity? Now, my friend Stephen, you're gonna come and tell you a wonderful story from the Bible soon. Dory, chalky, cartoon. I'm not so good at drawing, so I say I'm gonna surprise him. I'm gonna do a course, that's right, a drawing course. So Anton did a course online this week, did his first drawing. You want to see? Maybe you can do the same thing. You know, you can do a, wait a minute, here it is. Yes, a little sketch. This is my first one, so no laughing, okay? No laughing, I show you from the heart what I do this week in my drawing. Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Oh, you think it's okay? I try. I wonder what Steve will think. Anyway, we'll put that down now. Because guess what? What's that done? Big news, right? Skito gonna bring a big new song this week. Oh yeah! No, I was thinking about something else actually. I was thinking that in Australia, we're coming out of isolation. Really? Oh yeah! We're coming out! That's right, boys and girls. Compared to the world, Australia doing so good. We're going back to school next week. Oh my goodness. Get your pencils together, boys and girls. Get your brain moving. You're back to school. You know what that means? You can get the education. You can get the job. You can get the money. You can be on top of the world before the rest of the world. That's right. And you'll be able to do whatever you want. Go places while everybody else is stuck at home, getting behind. We're going to be on top of the world, boys and girls. Oh yeah. Ding. Anton has an idea. With Australia coming out of the pandemic, we can make a break. That's right. Book Anton's shows. Hey, get your bookings in now. Anton got to get on the online shop. We got the bookie, the flights, the buses, the trains, the planes, the hotels. They're going to be so cheap. We're going to make a killing. Sydney today, Western Australia tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe you're looking for a show overseas too. This is gonna... I got to go, boys and girls. We got to get on with this before the prices go up. We're gonna make it big. Yeah. Anton's gotta go to the online shop. Anton's gotta go to the online shop. Hey everyone, wait to see what I got. Anton's gonna go to the online shop. Anton, what are you doing? Well, you hear the news. Australia coming out of pandemic, which means we gotta start booking shows, Stefan. We could be the first to make a break. All those things, so cheap. The hotel, we can make a killing, Stefan. Anton, I don't know if we should be sort of skiting about Australia coming out first or one of the first countries. I mean, how do you think that makes people feel overseas? I mean, I don't think it's very Christian to talk like that. Oh, come on, we've got to celebrate. Can't we look forward to these things? Can't we be happy that we're doing so well? Well, look, it is cause for a bit of celebration. The isolation seems to be working. The virus isn't spreading, but I don't think we should be skiting about it, bragging about it. Oh, that's what you had on the board, the braggy. Yeah, that was the idea. So, Stephen, is it all bad? Well, why don't you listen to today's show and find out. Hello, everybody. My name's Stephen. Welcome to Anton's Antics. So good to have you with us. Anton's been skiting about Australia doing so well under the coronavirus pandemic that looks like schools are going back next week, that people might be opening their restaurants and cafes, all kinds of good things happening, the things that we can look forward to. But, you know, I really apologise if you're overseas and you're going to be in lockdown for a bit longer. Schools won't be going back for a while. Jobs are difficult, as they are here too. Really sorry about him sort of skiting off there and bragging, because it's not really cool, is it? And, you know, when I was a kid, we all knew instinctively in Australia that bragging, boasting, is not cool. Like, you score a goal and you pretended nothing ever happened. What goal? Oh, really? Oh, that's good. I scored a goal. You know, in soccer, you just pretend it never happened. So, but, you know, Anton's looking forward to so many things coming out of lockdown and isolation. What about you? Are we allowed to look forward to anything? Should we be boasting and skiting about anything in the future? Well, let's have a look at the Bible, because today we're going to move on from where we were last time, but not far. We were in Matthew's Gospel last week, and we were looking at a Bible teaching that Jesus gave to a very large crowd. We're in Matthew's Gospel. We're going to switch to Luke's Gospel, but the same sort of territory, the same sermon. And we're going to meet two people. One whose life is on hold, a bit like ours in isolation. They're sort of looking forward to something bigger, but they're on hold for a reason. And another man we're going to look at whose life is blossoming. He's not in isolation. He's cranking. He's going so well. So we're going to look at those people today. Jesus has an enormous crowd around with him, and the first guy comes up to him and says, Jesus, help me out here. my brother has been given all the land. Tell him to divide it with me. So in those days, inheritance as it is today often involved property. And this guy, it looks like, may not have been the oldest brother, the firstborn, and so he hasn't been given the same inheritance as his older brother. And so he's asking Jesus to split it up for him. His life's on hold until he can get a share of it. And Jesus says to him, mate, is it for me to judge between you two? Is this my business? Do I need to care about this? And then he told a story to help everybody think about wanting what other people have, which is what we'll all be doing, won't we, when we come out of this pandemic. There'll be winners, there'll be losers. We'll all be thinking, oh, I didn't get that. Wish I could have had a piece of this. How come that person got this? That's happening in Australia now is the government subsidies on jobs and some schools going back earlier and all sorts of things like that. We often look at what other people are getting and go, can't I have some of that? And Jesus said, I want to warn you against all kinds of wanting what other people have. And to do that, Jesus told a story, as he often did. And the story was about a man whose life was not on hold. A man who had lots of property. A rich landowner. And this rich landowner knew how to look after his land. He'd spent time, experience and education learning from perhaps his father how to cultivate the land, and he grew crops across his land. He terraced it, planted all kinds of crops on it that would grow, researched which ones would grow best up on the hills, and they did pretty well. But he also researched the kind of crops that might grow down in the valleys. Some wheat, maybe some barley, grapes, and he researched it and planted it and made sure it had the right fertilizer and whatever it needed to be growing and producing a healthy crop. And of course what happened was, with the right rains and the right conditions, this man produced a bumper crop. So much so that when he looked over his land and he saw how well all his crops had done and how substantial the harvest had been, he said to himself, what am I going to do? Because, you see, he had these barns. And as he filled them up with the harvest, they became full very quickly. And he said, what am I going to do now that my barns are full? I know what I'll do. I'll tear them down and I'll build bigger ones. And so he did. He tore down his barns, and with the excessive produce, the multiplication of his property on this land, the grapes, the wheat, the barley, he built bigger barns. No, bigger barns. Barns that would enable him to store up and stack up an enormous amount of crops that were growing so plentifully in his land. And he looked and he said, now what? You have done so well for yourself. It's time to relax. It's time to enjoy the fruits of your labour. Yeah? It's time to get out and enjoy yourself. Time to let go and to celebrate. That's fair enough, isn't it? Hard work. He's come up with the strategy to deal with all the wonderful produce that has grown on his land. He hasn't wasted it. He's spent a lot of hard work and hard years growing the crops, and now he's got this wonderful harvest. Honey, what was that company that wanted to, buy our wheat and our barley all those years ago, but we didn't have enough? Coroner. It's a strange name. Oh, it's a beverage company. Yeah. Good. Well, look, how about we get them on the phone because we've got tons of it and we could make a killing. I want to jump on this before it goes viral. And what about you, dear? You've worked hard with me for many years. Why don't we go on a holiday? I know you don't like flying, so why don't I take you on one of those wonderful, world-renowned, worldwide cruises? We could sail the seven seas. We could go to see all those places that we've wanted to see for so long, but we haven't been able to because we've been so busy working the land. We could take the whole family. We could have a wonderful time. Imagine that, the whole family, close quarters, sharing meals, hanging out together day by day, not worrying about what's going on because we have done so well for ourselves with our hard work. Our land, our crops, they've grown beautifully for us. A cruise. Sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Eat, drink, and enjoy our labours. And just then, God spoke. That's right. God spoke and said to him, you F-O-O, you fool! You fool! Don't you know that tonight, this very night, your life will be asked of you? Then, who will get all your land and your property and the things you leave behind? Because you can't take them with you, and they're certainly no good in front of me. What you've done with your wealth. The man was going to die that night and face God and be called to account for how he'd used his time, how he'd used his resources and his wealth. Well, how had he used his resources and his wealth, boys and girls? It was his land, wasn't it? It was his crops that he planted and paid for and worked hard for. It was his barns that he stored up and stacked up and made the killing with the coroner company, or maybe, who knows how that one's going to go. Surely he deserves a holiday. Surely he can look forward to that. But God said, this man's a fool because he is not rich. Oh, he's rich in this world. Sure, he's on the cover of Business Weekly. He's the entrepreneur of the month, of the year. But in God's eyes, he's not rich at all. He's poor. All he did and all his wealth was used to enlarge himself, to make himself greater. And he forgot who gave him the sunshine. He forgot and ignored who gave him the rain to grow the crops, and the ground, and the seed to which all the crops grew out of, and his brains to make sense of what to do and to make wise decisions about the land, all from God, all a blessing from the one who spoke from heaven. So it's easy to think when we're wealthy, when we've got money, when we've got our health and education, that we're in control. We can do this. We'll be fine. Until something massive comes along and knocks us on our backsides, like it has now with the coronavirus. The book of James says we shouldn't boast in our wealth, but we should weep and wail because we think we're in control, that we can do this. Whereas it's the poor who know that God is the only one who can be trusted and who is in control. and that our boast, our bragging shouldn't be in ourselves, because we don't know what tomorrow will bring, but it should be in God and his King, Jesus. So where are you going to boast, boys and girls? Where are you going to brag? Where is your hopes and dreams going to be as you come out of isolation, as you think about the future? Will it be in our strength, our jobs, our money, our education, or in the one from heaven? Now, Skito has got an amazing news to share with us today. Really incredible news. Out of all of the coronavirus stew, out of all the work we've been doing in Mark's Gospel, he has been writing a song. And we've been sharing little verses of it in the last few episodes. I think he's done verse 1 and verse 2 last week. But I think we're going to actually hear the track. It's like a world premiere here. So without further ado, let's get some beats on and let's introduce Skito the rapper. All right. What have we got here? See you soon. All bragging and boasting, all better off. Is there a tomorrow? While toilet paper we beg and borrow. Thank you, Australia, for leading us, begging for toilet paper. Oh, save me, save me, save me from tomorrow. Save me, save me, save me from tomorrow. Yeah, save me, save me, save me from tomorrow. I don't want to sail with no ship of fools, no. Australia, are you ship of fools? And better off, is there a tomorrow when toilet paper you beg and borrow? Yeah, save me, save me, save me from tomorrow. I don't want to sail with no ship of fools. Let's have a look at the verse of today. Whoa, ship of fools. Here it is. Where's it from? Proverbs 27:1. Let's see if we can do this. All right. Do. Do not. VR. Brag. Do not brag. A. B. O. U. About. That's it. 1 second. Let's pause the music there. Do not brag about. Look, what's this going to be? I think, I don't know. It's what we're looking forward to. That's it. The day to all right, to here. To come. Now we need like a little E here. There we are. Do not brag about the day to come, for you, we know what this is, and for you do not, KN, boys and girls, another no, the knowledge, right? The smartness, the smarts, the wiseness, thinking with your head. Do not know what we're looking forward to here. What the day will be R-I-N-G. You got it? Proverbs 27:1. That's it. It's what James was thinking about as he wrote about the rich, thinking they got it made with the money, the education, the health. We okay. We're not okay. Look at us now, boys and girls. Do not brag about the day to come. Okay, look forward to things, but are we in control? Not a chance. For you do not know what the day will bring. That's right. Well, we've been doing a whole lot of work on the Mark's Gospel. And I've been churning in the coronavirus stew, putting together a track with the kind of ideas we've been learning from Mark's Gospel. So let's quickly go back over where we were with the questions we had today. For sure. Now, some of you guys weren't here, so we're going to recap. For sure, Jesus goes across the river, over the lake, over the Sea of Galilee, and he calms the storm. He says, quiet, be still. The waves knew the drill. Did Jesus care for these guys? Of course he did, but they did not have faith, so he told them to believe. Believe. That's right. In something more secure. They said, who is this man? Who is this man? Even the wind and the waves, listen to him. Storm not so scary no more, but Jesus, boys and girls, he is. The land meet a man full of pure evil, this kind abandoned. No one cares for him anymore. But Jesus, does he care? Oh yeah. Come out of him. He drowns the evil in the sea like he did with the Egyptians all that time ago. He sent them out and this man was healed. He was saved. So what did he do? He went. Did he take revenge on all the people that hurt him and sent him on the chains? No. He went and bragged about Jesus and what he did for him. What are you going to do, boys and girls? Are you going to brag about the big JC? Next one. Jesus goes across to the other side, to another part of the Sea of Galilee. Whoa, we're going the wrong way, Skito. Wrong way. Let's go back this way. Here we go. Not that one. Hey, there's a memory verse I did for y'all. Here we go. Man, we covered some territory here. Jesus lands and the woman, here she is, isolated like you guys, but 12 years because of her bleed. And Jesus knows when she touched him that she had what, boys and girls? Faith. Faith in the one who can save, the rock, who can be trusted with our reward. And she was healed. All right, let's go to the next one, because the following week we landed That's right. There was a man before the woman came called Jairus, the synagogue guy. And he gets told his daughter's already dead. Jesus, don't even bother coming. Leave him alone now. It's too late. He spent too much time with that woman. And Jesus, what did he say to him? He said, you're right. I'm sorry. I can only be in one place at one time. I'm so sorry. I mean, people of Australia, I can help you, but people of Portugal, I'm too busy. No. Don't be afraid. Just believe. Believe in a big JC. So, what we got here? All these things in my head, we got a new track. So for you guys, a special treat. Not even out yet. Don't even have a date for the release yet. We're going to perform it for you now. World premiere. What's it called? We asked you the other week. It's called Jesus, Don't You Care. Let's do it. When the sky is broken, there is no rain, and someone's heat turns your home to a flame. When war sends people next door to flee, the globe spreads the virus you just can't treat. When bets are off, is there a tomorrow? Toilet paper, we beg and borrow. There's a son of man who chose to obey. Shut the lion's mouth, released his prey. Waves through the drill, drowned in a well. He's a pig going peace. Don't crash to sleep.
Jesus, don't you care? Can't you see us breaking here?
He says,
Why do you have fear? Have
right.
faith and draw near.
don't push your trust in kings and mortal men who against death cannot defend. When the spirit departs, they go to the ground. On that day, their plans can't be found. Blessed is the one whose help is the Lord. Trust it with your reward from the chaos and terror. Death is no end. He's overcome the world. He's our friend. Waits through the drill. Drowned in a well. He's a pig on peace. Don't crash to sleep.
Jesus, don't you care? Can't you see we're breaking here?
He says,
Why do you have fear?
get off his stand. Drowned in a well. Live in hell. Hell. Oh, preach it.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Bless the Lord, oh my life. He's my rock, my horizon, my morning, noon, and night.
Lift us up, brother.
Oh my soul. Bless the Lord, oh my life. He's my rock,
Yes, brother.
morning, noon, and night. Oh, bless the Lord, oh
Take us to the Lord, brother.
my life. He's my rock, my horizon, my morning, noon, and night.
All right.
Jesus, don't you care? Can't you see us breaking here?
He says,
Why do you have fear?
have faith.
And
Draw near.
Jesus, don't you care?
Jesus, don't you care?
Can't you see us breaking?
Can't you see us breaking here?
Why do you have
Have faith. Have faith.
And draw near.
Draw near.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Believe. Just believe. Big JC.
Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord, oh my soul.
Woohoo! Ah, Skito. Well, that is amazing. World premiere, thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. When's it out, boys and girls? We don't know. We're still working on that. Coming to you soon. We'll give you the release dates of Skito's brand new track, Jesus, Don't You Care. What'd you think of it? Let us know what you thought. Give us a shout out if you're out there listening across Facebook. And, hey, Stefan, I'm going to go back, see how they're all going. Okay, no more bragging, no more squatting though. No, it's all good, it's all good. Boys and girls, what about that, huh? Skito with a brand new track. Jesus, don't you care? I love it, I like it. What about you, huh? Hey, you did the recap, you answered the questions. Good. Let's go back. What was the memory verse for today, huh? Oh, here we go. Man, you've done a lot of work here. Bragging, yes. Ah. Memory verse. What was it, buddy? Do not brag about the day to come, for you do not know what the day will bring. Oh, well, I learned a big lesson today, boys and girls. We got to look forward to things, it's okay. But can we be sure? Where can we be sure? We're tempted to think we know what we're doing, huh? We're all okay. We got our health, we got our strength, we go bookie, pay the things on the card. But we do not know. That is a lesson from the coronavirus too, right? Yeah, we do not know what the day will bring. So, where are we going to put our trust? Like a Skito say, have a faith in Jesus. All right. The fool. Yes, because everything for him, everything he think, I'm in control. I can do what I like. I'm going to make a money today here, tomorrow there. Let's do it. Like Anton. Okay, so I'm sorry, but this is what we got to do, huh? We got to remember how to be wise. In isolation, we use our mind to be wise with the bigger guys, the bigger JC. That's right, his kingdom, his place. Store, not here, but with him, like we learned last week. And be rich toward him. And the wisdom of the poor, right? The poor know they're closer to the God, huh? They know they cannot make it, be sure of anything. So they trust something bigger, something better. The bigger JC, like a Skito say. Well, boys and girls, it's time for us to go. It's Anton, Stevo, Skito. We say ciao. Arrivederci. We hope you like the show. Cue music. Let's find Anton's music. Where is it? Here we go. See you later. Anton, Stevo, Skito. Oh, it's Anton. Yes, talk to myself. I forced to myself today. Right. But we know better now. Hopefully. This today. Let's try and do it from 4.